All right. What's up, everyone? Let's get this started. Guys, welcome. This is Genie Rocket Tutorial Tuesday. So we go live every Tuesday. And the goal is we answer questions on Genie Rocket. We talk about some marketing strategy. This is kind of like open office hours discussion. So if you're wondering how to do anything on Genie Rocket, or maybe you just have like a strategy question, um, this is the time and place to join me and get to do this. So we've got this on Zoom and on YouTube. So one of the things that I'm going to be talking about, usually if no one jumps in and no one asks questions, you just get to hear me kind of teach and coach live. And I hope you get some value from that. So one of the things we're going to talk about today is Google Ads versus Meta Ads. And then I'm going to show you inside of Genie Rocket how you can now manage both of those. So make sure you stick to the end so I can actually show you how to set up Meta Ads in your Genie Rocket account and how to set up Google Ads and manage those Google Ads. But before we go into the tactics of how to set them up in Genie Rocket, let's talk about when does it make sense to do Meta Ads and when does it make sense to do Google Ads? So Meta Ads, I want you to think about driving down the highway in your car and seeing billboards. That is like a meta ad, the super highway, super information highway of the internet. And meta ads are getting you visual graphics, just like billboards, in front of people as they're browsing through Meta. So people are scrolling through Facebook, they're scrolling through Instagram, and your number one goal is to get them to stop the scroll and read your ad and create enough curiosity that they want to engage with your ad. And if your ads are not working, it's usually because it's a bad hook, it's a bad story, or it's a bad offer. Because your ad will get in front of people. Mark Zuckerberg will gladly take your cash, get you in front of the right people. The goal is your ad compelling enough? So, number one goal of Meta ads is to get people to stop the scroll. So if you have a product, a service, or a program, and you're trying to get people's information and interest, you have to, number one, is get people's attention. Use something that's wild, that's bold, that's exciting, that's entertaining, because if you don't, they are never going to stop to even look at your ad. You have to get them to stop the scroll, and then you have to create enough curiosity in your ad copy that they want to fill out the information and give you the information, right? So we always do what's called a lead form ad. When you're using Meta, you're getting people's attention. And number two is you're getting people's information. So you're collecting their name, email, phone number, instead of just sending them to another web page where they have to load a browser, read more things, take all these additional steps. You can actually collect all their information directly from Meta. So you can collect their name, their email, their phone number. You can even ask qualifying questions, and they're doing that from Meta. And if you are using Genie Rocket, you can build all of that right inside of Genie Rocket and launch it right inside of Genie Rocket. Um, when you are taking people to another landing page, you're actually going to be paying more cost per lead, and you're going to be making it a higher friction scenario for the lead. So that's Meta ads. Google ads are great if you have people that are very search intent aware. So they know what problem that they're facing and they are actively searching for a solution. So if I'm selling here, let's say this is a wireless presenter that just came from Amazon that I got. So when I'm doing my presentations, I can actually use this. We have to think, if I'm selling a wireless presenter here, are people going to be actively searching for this by going into Google and typing in wireless remote presenter? Or do I need to get in front of people that are active presenters and show them this product that they might know or they might not know existed? That's when we think about Meta ads versus Google ads. In this scenario, it might be both. I could create a Meta ad that is going to say, hey, if you are a presenter and you use a computer and you find yourself having to lean over and press down on the keyboard all the time, you might need this wireless presenter that you can plug straight into your computer and not look like an idiot pressing down on the keys during the middle of a presentation. I might have a Google ad that people that are actively searching for something like this, a wireless presenter, if they're typing in the keywords wireless presenter for Mac, I might want this to show up too. So those are both viable options of when you would use Meta and Google. Google Ads, the only disadvantage is you don't get to use any sort of visual storytelling language. It is all text-based language. So you have to get people's attention through expertly crafted headlines and text to match what the person's looking for to present you as the solution to their problem. And then they've got to go click, they've got to load a page, you've got to reiterate your value proposition and hope that they take that next step, whether that's to buy something or book something, right? Whereas Meta, you are leading with a visual, whether it's a graphic or a video, and you're getting people to convert right on the platform. So whether you're on Facebook or you're on Instagram, people can fill out their information directly on that page, give you their information without them having to load a separate page. So you're paying lower cost per lead. You get to do graphics or videos, and you collect their information without them having to load another page. So let me walk you through kind of two instances of that and show you what they look like in real life and how you can set those up inside of Genie Rocket. If you guys have any questions as you're watching this too, please don't hesitate to jump in chat. We are live on YouTube and on Zoom, and so glad that you're here. So let me share my screen, and we'll show you what it looks like to set this up inside of Genie Rocket. I'm actually going to share my own account here. So I always like to show, we eat our own dog food, meaning everything that I tell you guys to do, we do it ourselves. So what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to click on marketing right here. So if you are on Genie Rocket and you've never done this before, you can follow along. So once you're logged in, you can click on marketing. You can see too, we actually use this for our social planner. So look at all of these awesome social media posts my team already has scheduled. So social planner you can use to schedule across all of your social platforms. We're actually going to go to the very top and we're going to click on Ad Manager. If you've never used this before, Ad Manager is what lets you publish and run ads across Meta and now Google. And Google is very new for Genie Rocket to run Google Ads. So if you haven't activated it, you might see a different screen. And I think we have it at like $5 to turn on. Best $5 you'll ever spend. It's $5 a month to get access to this. Once you click on that, you will be able to sync up your account. So it's going to ask you for your Google Ads account, for your Meta account. You'll connect those in. And this will show you right here. So we're running a Google Ads campaign and a Meta campaign. We're spending $25 a day on both. And the big difference is if I click on statistics over here, and I'm just looking at Meta, so Facebook, I can see that my current ad I'm running, I just turned it back on. So for the past 30 days, it's actually been a little bit less. We're spending $25 a day. I've spent $182. You can see clear as day right here. And instead of me just getting how many people saw my ad and how many people clicked my ad, it gives me some really important information that I care way more about. The first thing is I can see how many leads I actually got. I've got 24 leads from $182. These are people that have actually given me their name, email, phone number, as well as a couple of their pieces of information to help them be a qualified lead. So I can see my average cost per click is $1.18. This is what I care more about. My average cost per conversion is $7.60. So if you ever hear like, hey, how much does it cost you to get a new lead? This is that number. So I can confidently say, hey, it cost me about a little under $8 to acquire a new lead. And if my sales skills go way up, I can eventually know how many leads does it take for me to close a sale and what's my average sale. And that will help me justify my ad spend. Because guess what? I will gladly spend $7.60 per lead if I know I can close 1 in 10, and I know for every one I close, let's just say it's $1,000, right? So then I'm willing to spend, maybe $200, $300, $400 to get a sale, knowing what my average profit is going to be on a lead. Those are all the numbers that you can work through. So that is on the Facebook side. What's neat is as you go down here, it will also show you kind of all the charts and graphs, impressions, clicks, conversions, show you all the ads that we've done in the past. We've done a lot. So let's go to page 2. And then it will show you the active lead right here. This is published. And then it will even give you, when you click on this little information right here, I'm not going to do it because if I show you actual contact data, YouTube removes this video, so I can't show live contact data, but it will show you all of the leads, names, emails, phone numbers right in there. So that's meta ads. And for you to set up a meta ad, all you need to do in here is when you're in Genie Rocket and you want to launch a new meta ad, we are going to simply go to campaigns, and then you're going to select create campaign. We're going to choose Facebook campaign. And then you've got 2 options here. You can start from scratch, which is what I typically do and recommend. Or if maybe you haven't done a whole lot of design, you just want to kind of get a feel for this, you need some extra help, you can launch the Ads Manager template. When you open this up, it's going to show you a template library, and it's going to give you lots of options to choose from. So let's say, for example, you're in insurance, or let's do cleaning services. It already has an offer created for you. So we've got 20% off your first house cleaning. I can hit preview on this. I can see exactly what it's going to look like. Book your first home cleaning, get 20% off. What I love about these guys, this is really important to note, is all these are super generic, meaning there's not a logo on this graphic. So you can actually use this for your business. And anywhere you talk about your business or brand, you can put inside of the ad copy. So if we hit continue here, it's going to actually add this ad template to your ad manager. So then it's super easy. You can go in here and make those changes to it. So this is going to load in here. And then we get a really nice visualization. So we've got the ad on the right, anything I want to change here on the left. So we're going to put in your website right here. This is under website traffic. So I always recommend you to use lead generation as your objective. And you have 3 objectives now. So engagement's brand new for Genie Rocket inside of the Ads Manager. Engagement is when someone clicks on your ad, it will initiate a conversation directly in Instagram Messenger or WhatsApp via messages. So if you're big on doing messages directly in the platform, that's brand new. You can also do automation with those messages that we'll probably cover on the next week's topic, how you can have AI actually respond to those and do messages back and forth. Website traffic, we talked about. If you want people to leave Meta, go to your website, fill out a form there, or lead generation, which is my favorite, get people to fill out the lead forms directly on the platform. So if you do lead generation, you are going to more than likely create a new form. So you're going to simply hit create a Facebook form, and you're going to walk through all of these steps. As you're going through here on the right-hand side, it's going to visually show you all the different steps people are going to go through. The first step being the welcome screen. So this is, hey there, good to see you, ready to learn more, just answer details in the form below. And you can change out that greeting right here. The next step is going to be the contact information. So these are the questions you want people to answer. You can also add your own custom questions, which I recommend if you want to get higher qualified leads. You can add your own questions. Then it's going to ask you to map your form field. So if you do have custom questions, you actually want to do a step prior to this, which is creating those questions as a custom field first. So then we can connect them here later. So when people do fill this out, you can know where to look to get your questions answered. There's then a link for a privacy policy. This is just required by Meta, so you can put your link in there. And then the message for leads, once they fill that out, what is the thank you message you want them to see? And then you can have an option here to view a website, call a business, or download a file. After they fill out that form, you get to decide what that next step is. So all that information is in here. You can create all of that. And then once you're done on this screen, you're going to go to the next screen. and you're going to put your daily or lifetime budget. Daily budget, I usually recommend between $30 and $40 a day. You want to try to get in front of 1,000 people a day to get in the B category of Facebook ads. That's going to get you a higher qualified audience. So maybe starting out at $30 a day is good for you. You're then going to choose the geographic location. So if you don't want to go over the whole United States, I'd recommend taking that out. I'm just going to put my town here of Keller. So Keller, Texas, boom, put that in there. By default, it's going to do plus 40 kilometers. I might actually change that to miles, and I can say include. So it's going to be Keller plus 10 miles around Keller. And visually here on the map, I can see exactly the areas that is going to target. Intended audience. This is pretty interesting. So this has been updated lately too. If I just want to find, let's say like marketing, I'm just going to type in a word here. So type in a word that's related to the people that you want to target. And look, it's going to be marketing, promotion marketing, viral marketing, digital marketing. These are people that have said on Meta that they are interested in this thing. So if I say, if my ad, for example, was for people in health and wellness, I might type in health and wellness. And I've got fitness and wellness, health and wellness, New York Times, Well Health, Wellness Center, health and wellness coordinator, health and wellness fitness. What you want to look at is the number next to it. So fitness and wellness, we've got a lot of people here, right? Like, so if I choose that and health and wellness coordinator, I'm now saying inside of this Keller location, I want to target people that have interests of fitness and wellness, and health and wellness coordinator. Now, what we have to remember is every time we add in one of these detailed targeting areas, it's going to narrow down the amount of people that see the ad. So if you have a very niche product, service, or program, and you really care about getting in front of the right people, that might be a really good fit for you. If you want to get in front of as many people as possible, and you don't really have these really detailed niches, then I'd recommend just removing them altogether, but that is completely up to you. You can then select the gender, the age range, and the language. For language, we have US, UK, or English all, and that is targeting interests. You can also do what's called a lookalike audience. What this means is you can actually upload people that you want to find people like that. Like if you already have a bunch of customers in your database and you say, I want to find people that are like these people, that is also a shortcut. So people who share interest with your current customers, you can select that in here. You can also do a retargeting campaign. So people who have already shown an interest in your business, you can select those here, or you can create a custom audience, and it will show you how to do that in these steps. So if you are doing a large campaign and you want to target certain people and you also want to retarget those people, I'd recommend doing two campaigns, having one ad specifically for targeting and a separate ad specifically for retargeting. Have you ever looked at something on the internet and you didn't buy it and you started seeing other ads for that product that seem to follow you around everywhere? That's retargeting. So that is exactly how that works. On the final screen, you are going to see a preview of everything that you have selected, from your ad content to your audience to your budget to everything. And then you can go directly into publish and boom, you're live. As soon as you launch, one thing that I highly recommend you do, or else you're going to miss out on all your leads, is then go into automations and you are going to create a workflow to make sure that you are notified when a lead comes in. So for example here, let me find a good one here. I'm going to type in one of our campaigns we're doing, leads launchpad. Look for a giant number. Or I guess we split it up here. So what this means is anyone that we do a workflow, if anyone that submits this Facebook lead form, so the page is your page and the form is the form that you created, then it's going to do these things. It's going to create an opportunity. It's going to assign it to a sales owner. It's going to give them a tag. It's going to send us a notification in Slack. It's going to send them a text message. And then we've got a lot of other stuff here I will not go through, but it's a lot. So this is kind of what happens with nurturing so we can qualify people and so they can get appointments booked. So that is what happens on Meta. Let me show you Google real fast here. And by the way, if you guys are trying to set this up and you're getting lost, you can always do live chat in the bottom right. We've got an awesome live chat support team. If you say, hey, I need help running my Meta ads or Google ads and I have a couple questions, you can request a Zoom call or you can just do live chat back and forth. Okay, but let's go to Google Ads now. So we're going to go back to Ads Manager. And I'm going to delete this one because I do not offer any house cleaning services at this point. And so the difference is on Google Ads, if I do statistics on Google, unless I do some really advanced pixelation, which I just haven't done, it doesn't give me the immediate conversion. So all that I really can tell here on this screen, and again, there is a way to set it up, it's just a little harder, and I haven't done it. So I can tell like almost 6,000 people have seen this ad. It's gotten 1,000 clicks. I don't know how many conversions it's had, but it's cost me 0.3 cents cost per click. I've spent $165. I don't really know what I have to show for it yet, right? So unless I get real fancy and do all the conversion things on here, it's really hard to track on Google Ads as easy it is on Meta Ads. And as you can see here, if I open up my Google Ads editor, or let's say if I do create a campaign, I want to do a Google ad. Right now we have just the start from scratch option. You are going to build the preview on the right-hand side here. So let's just do this live. If I do genierocket.com, headline one, all-in-one marketing automation, all-in-one marketing tool. There we go. So these have like limited characters. So you can see it build live on the right here, right? So launch, grow, and scale your biz, scale business, right? You kind of get the joke here. So this is whatever you type in here is going to simply show up on the right. If I hit next, exact same thing where you're going to be able to choose your budget, choose the location, choose the language, hit next. It's a little bit simpler. It's going to preview that whole thing for you. So then you can launch it. So that's how you launch ads on Meta and on Google all through Genie Rocket, which is very effective. Now, can you go directly to Meta? Can you go directly to Google and do all this there? You can. It's just, it takes so many more steps. You can get a little bit more dialed in on a few things. So if you've got time to become the expert on it and watch all the YouTube videos and figure it out, go for it. But here's the deal, guys, with AI, with all the machine learning, with even Meta and Google Ads, their goal is to make things easier and easier for you and not more complicated because they are more interested in you spending money with them and you getting results than they are about you becoming an expert technician on their platforms. So that's why tools like this exist to make it very easy for you to go in and just start launching ads and seeing results come in. So the more that you do things like this, the better that you're going to get, and you're going to be able to tell what works and doesn't work. What becomes really cool is you can then go back to your dashboard and you can make cool little things like this to give you results from the different campaigns you're running. So you can start to see your sales velocity, your leads, your appointments, your close rate, all those details you can build out on your dashboard, and you can pull all that data in from your Google and from your Facebook. So I'm going to open it up for any questions that you guys have, whether you're on Zoom or you're live on YouTube. If you guys have any questions you want to drop in, I am more than happy to answer them. Today we talked about the difference between Google Ads and Meta Ads, when to set up Google, when to set up Meta, how to know when to use which one, and even like when to use both of them. When does it make sense to use both? And like I always say, marketing is just an experiment. So don't be afraid to try, right? Like nobody can guarantee you exactly what you're going to get, how much you're going to get, how fast it's going to come in, what's going to work and not work. The best thing to do is just throw some spaghetti on a wall, give it your best shot. And I know that might not sound super professional, but guys, that's marketing, right? That's marketing and advertising is all about testing things out. You're testing the marketplace, seeing what works with people. That's why some businesses are wildly successful. They found out the right thing that works. There's not one linear plan that works for everybody. And if anyone tells you different, they're lying to you. So if you want the authentic, true answer, it's you've got to test it out for yourself. Even for example, if I was working with like three plumbers, there's no way I could tell plumber number three, they're going to get the same results as plumber number one because their businesses are different, their personalities are different, their brands are different, their value proposition's different, their pricing's different, their reviews are different. Every single drip of your business makes a difference and how people perceive you. So don't let anyone ever promise you or guarantee you, I'm going to get you X amount of leads in X amount of days, because more than likely that is not true. And I recommend you just testing out the market and seeing what works and doesn't work. Guys, thanks for joining live. My name is Brad Parnell. I'm the founder of Genie Rocket. This has been Tutorial Tuesdays, where we go through the Genie Rocket platform and show you how to make things work, how to get results in here. When we do have folks that join us live here, they can ask any questions they want and I give answers. So I hope to see you guys next week on here with some good questions. I hope you got some value out of this. Can't wait to see what you do with your ads, and I will